He gestures towards the bandit.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him. See if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one could. I'd like a word with the guy. That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
Tell the truth now. Who was it that sent you?
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer. Working for the DO, I bet. I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
You're making this much harder than it needs to be. I heard rumour Mordus is working for the Order. What say you?
Working for the DO, I bet.
If and Ben Mazd, as I live and breathe.
She reaches out to pinch your cheek and gives you an exaggerated wink.
So what's your poison, Governor? A sip or a smoke? Aye, so it is. Further down's the... I give them that. You could say that my darling herbs. So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. No problem. In return for a reasonable donation, that is. Right, good to see you again, Governor. Just say the word, Governor. What are you after?
Mercy, mercy.
No problem. In return...
Effie digs all kinds...
Much obliged, Governor. And here's your blend. Right good to see you again, Governor. Just say the word, Governor. What are you after? No problem. In return for a
Are you? No, you aren't.
The tigers.
I've spotted something.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
The town is poor, but this room is rich.
Who rings the bell?
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breath.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker. On the bottom in the rocky shallows. And all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear I hear the...
She buries her head in her hands and...
Make it stop!
Then you're an idiot.
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip curled in a malevolent...
Our report. Can't you hear the bells are ringing? Take the wheel, Captain. Take the wheel.
Trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm
Glory is mine!
and you can't be too careful. gotta pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, I could see a soldier from a mile. And you can't be too careful. You can get Alexander.
What about that? What about
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
The ghostly seaman rings his bell. His
Spoke to the lady captain, didn't you? I seen you cozying up. Are you her man, or sail you with us? I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell.
His lip curls over his blackened teeth, and with his smile, you know you've lost the argument. He turns back towards the sea captain.
Rocks ahead, Captain! Avast!
The bell rings on.
If I can get Alexander.
The ghostly sea...
Captain, mate!
He turns back.
Rocks ahead!
The bell rings.
Right as rain, Hilka.
A ghostly sea...
Do you bone sail with her? I'm doing my duty here.
His lip curls.
Rocks ahead!
The bell rings on.
Then you won't sail with her. She ran the ship upon the rocks, although I rang the bell. That light weren't no lighthouse. I rang the bell in warning, and she ran the ship upon the rocks. You ran the ship upon the rocks, Captain, and all the crew were drowned. I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell. But I'm on duty here. There are rocks ahead.
He blinks once, twice. A single salty tear drips from one ghost. He raises a finger to his temple in salute.
My ears are ringing, but the infernal bell is gone.
She babbles
My ears are still a-ringing, and I have you to thank for it. That accursed bell lies with the Peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. My compass lies there too.
You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me.
Let me mark your chart.
From a mile away.
But you be warned.
And you can't be too
Stay off the
careful,
wreck
you know?
itself.
If I can get
Let her lie as a monument to her dead crew, and as testament to my mistake.
She goes white, as white...
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Far as anyone's concerned, we sailed with an empty hold, and if there's anything left to salvage, you leave it where it is. Heed me. Leave the cargo of the Peacemaker.
She turns away.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Weathered and rugged, the man...
There's bad things in the cave.
He goes back to... The man sleeps on. His eyes flicker open, but he looks like he's still...
The island is ruined and doesn't have a name.
His eyes open, but he doesn't... Startled, he opens his eyes, but he's staring into the distance.
Sawdust and wolves, mother. Sawdust and...
His eyes open.
Arcs for Lucian's Day sounds nice, mother.
His eyes open, but he doesn't see you. His eyes flick wide. He goes back. The man sleeps on. His eyes open. He goes...
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer.
What the devil are you staring at?
Your beard, my lord.
It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
Here now. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hugo. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
He squints at you and laughs. Looking closer, you see the man is wearing a very obvious fake beard. Behind the atrocious fox hair, you recognize...
Iffin! Forgive my style. I look a right pickled pepper pot, don't I? Look, we can't all be follically gifted like yourself, Ben Mesd. Oh, nice job on Alexander, by the way. That'll net you a pretty penny, I'd wager. Best get back on that, eh? Or they'll be calling you the Silver Floor. So what next? Grapevine says you know the whereabouts of more Godwoken. Guess you'll be taking them on over Roost's Way, eh? Camped out at an abandoned sawmill not too far from here.
Baron hunkers down and sketches a rough map from your present location on the floor using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet.
Suppose you'd best get moving, huh? And I'd best get back to living the no-thrills barred life of this chump. Ah, you know how it is. Pretend...
Baron laughs.
Doesn't this room strike... But, of course...
Careful. I spotted a trap.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Better watch yourself, lad. Got greedy eyes on...
Another sorcerer on the loose. I knew this.
Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers. A most vile incident.
Pretty good, ain't he?
Valiant warrior against the void. You have interrupted my newest masterpiece.
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Wait! You might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for you and your race. All I ask in return is a handful of... Normally I'd argue with you, but you do have a certain look about you. Very well. But if I am to write a...
He stares at you.
Your eyes betray the guilt of the human race. You believe it your right to ravage Rivalon. What say you?
He smiles a crooked smile and runs a hand through his greasy hair.
Ah, arrogance! That most peculiar of human traits, given your lack of cultural accomplishment. Save the towers you erect in worship of greed. What riches do you seek, human? Indeed, you seem almost fearless in your conviction. But I know better. Stripped of their swords and shields, humans are as fragile as flower petals.
The bard hems and haws, then bellows his next words to anyone who might hear.
To all lovers of verse, I bring glorious news. I have... The war drums keep the rhythm of patrol.
Nothing to hide. They got nothing to be scared.
Humankind establishes control.
Yeah? You're good with the magic that's taking any...
Sound the horn and shout the battle cry. 'Tis through their might that peace may multiply. Of silver, gold, and diamonds now dispose. With Friends and lovers, find your true repose. So journey forth and tread the proper trail. And shout to all, the humans must prevail!
Divine.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6. She slides one of the drinks toward.
And that. No.
She slides another glass of ale.
Bottoms up.
Her gaze swivels around the.
Damien's dull knife. Another. Ah, down the old house. Oh, reckon that. You'll know my mum.
So journey forth and tread the proper trail.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Damn right. I got a right. War travel. Humankind establishes control. Sound the horn and shout the battle cry. 'Tis through their might that peace may multiply. Silver, gold, and diamonds now to
Stew is good, if you're thinking of it.
friends and lovers, I
Not right now.
so journey forth and tread the proper trail.
Throw him in a hole frog.
And shout to all, the humans must prevail. The war drums keep the rhythm of patrol. Humankind establishes friends and lovers, I do so journey forth and tread the proper trail. And shout to all.
With surprising agility for a woman of her age, she reaches over the bar and swings a hand toward your face. You brace yourself for the incoming blow, but she.
We don't speak of His Holiness that way in this establishment. Ha! Go on. I'd prefer it if you did. Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him. A fine physician indeed. Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niall's. No one in our little town can appreciate work so You can hang your hat on that. I'd love to show you, but I'm afraid I can't leave the bar unattended. But I suppose, well, there's no harm, is there? You see, here, take this key and head on up the stairs. You'll find Niall's room there. He'd want...
Ah, finally. Your colleague over there. I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please.
Oh, pity. I've been trying to get a little something to eat all day. But the giggleheads who run this establishment don't seem to be willing to provide a fellow with his fair portion. After all I've been...
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly. His lip trembles.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was... killed. No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds. And the waiter won't even bring me any stew. Oh, then perhaps my luck has changed. Tell me, how are you in, well, Void Woken? Ah, terrific news. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number. It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. Very, very well, that's how. That cargo is worth more than a pretty... Now, give me your map. I can't tell you...
She nods an uninterested...
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. If a pity.
She doesn't lift her... She nods an uninterested...
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you then.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, then a smile creases...
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving the other customers. Don't come back.
He fixes you with a... Then a...
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His finger...
I'm sorry. It's not about... Really, you
A smile spreads across...
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite lovemaking? Well, isn't that a shame? Listen, my friend. There's no lover livelier than a lizard. And for an insignificant sum, I can introduce you to the most luscious lizard the world... Well, this is what's available.
He holds out his hand.
Oh, God. Okay, then. Now, let me ask you this. What flavour? Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is Zara. Pleasure is her business. Enjoy the experience of a lifetime.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away, relieved that the conversation is over at last.
Sound the horn and shout the battle cry!
So, what's the... Always. I haven't forgotten what I've heard about the chef's mastery of the pot and cleave.
Gold and diamonds now disposed. With friends and lovers, find your true repose. So journey forth and tread the proper trail. And shout to all, the humans must prevail!
He fixes you, then a...
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different... Don't come...
Silver, gold, and diamonds now disposed.
The cook acknowledges.
Please, sir, you should not be back here. It's not safe. They can inflict pain all the same. Please, Amos, you should speak to love.
War drums keep the rhythm of patrol. Humankind
He
establishes...
fixes. Then a smile.
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different kind of... Don't come back!
He fixes you with... Then a...
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different kind of person. I'm sorry. Really? You insult me?
A smile spreads across...
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite... Exactly. And of your kin, there is one whom I believe... Well, this is what's of...
He holds out his hand.
Oh, gods. Now, let me ask you this. What upstairs?
He gives you...
And shout the battle cry!
I don't think you'd know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
Boring. Rubbish. Boring.
You've got a pick and trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Rubbish. Junk. Boring.
You've got a pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
What on earth is that noise?
That would be my stomach, my lord. Perhaps I could go downstairs for a bit of stew?
Absolutely not.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
This again.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. She fixes you with a sultry look, and when she speaks...
You're an unexpected visitor.
She gives you an apologetic look. A lizard, tall...
I'm sorry.
She gives you an... A lizard, tall...
I'm so glad you came.
She turns her back on you and waits for your companions to leave. A lizard, tall...
I'm so glad you...
She turns her back on you. A lizard, tall...
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to... water my flowers? I've been so lonely since my man went away to fight the coming war. I need someone to take care of me. You're so masculine, darling. Won't you take care of me? Come on over here.
She bats her...
What I'm thinking.
She takes a step backwards.
I like a fellow who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to take it. You're right. Let's not play games, but let's take it slow. I like a lover who likes the art.
She looks around at the stone walls of her room.
She tended to get...
She arches an eyebrow and takes 2 more steps towards you. She takes 2 more steps toward...
A hunter did...
She gives you a wry smile that makes her eyes...
And asked for a favor. And then whispered... Oh, darling, I thought you...
A lizard, tall and...
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to... water my... I've been so lonely since my man... Come on over here.
She bats her...
What I'm thinking.
She sighs.
Not in the mood for games. All right, darling.
She closes her as she finds the rhythm. You realize you hear the music too. It floods your body, moving to the rhythm of your desire. Her face is suddenly again...
Darling, you're... undead. Be still, my beating... Honey, I should be paying you. Wait. How about afterwards? I give you your money back. If you're worth it. Well, good. Come on over here, then, and show me what I've been missing.
Her world in pleasure.
And you can't be too...
Good morning, lovebirds. Holy hell's an undead. Again, Zara? Really?
You know me, Gil. Leave him alone, Gil. This one's mine.
Listen, Bonebag. We're killing you and we're taking all your stuff. That's the deal. Ready?
and shout the battle cry. 'Tis through their might that peace may multiply. Silver, gold, and diamonds now disposed.
He fixes you with a
Greetings, stranger. Looking to...
He fixes you with a
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really, you...
A smile spreads across his face.
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you... Exactly. Well, this...
He holds out his...
Oh, God, now, let me ask you this. Upstairs.
He gives you a...
Mother, I'm sick.
A lizard, tall and...
Darling, honey, I should be paying you.
Her world in bliss.
Good morning, lovebirds. Holy hells, an undead. Again.
You know me. Leave him alone.
Listen, Bug.
Sound the horn and shout the battle cry. 'Tis through their might that peace may multiply. Of silver, gold, and diamonds now dispose. With friends and lovers find your true repose. So journey forth and tread the proper trail. And shout to all the humans.
He fixes you, then a...
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A smile spread.
Now we're speaking. Well, isn't that a shit? Well, this is...
He holds out his...
Oh, God, now, let me ask you. Upstairs.
He gives you a...
Sound the horn and shout the battle cry! 'Tis through their might that...
But Mother, I'm sleeping.
Why do you shiver so? This room is temperate enough, is it not?
Quite so.
Spooky. Pull yourself together, man. Or should I check the cupboards for ogres?
A lizard, tall and beautiful.
Darling, honey, I should be paying you.
Her world in...
Hurts, doesn't it?
That would be my stomach, my lord.
This has been a difficult day. This has been a... Oh, my darling. You're so very good at what you do. I hope you're not sore about what just happened.
She returns the...
It was worth it, wasn't it? Now, baby, you should leave. Oh, darling. I've forgotten you all.